Okay, so basically these are the topics that we're gonna cover. Okay, so introduction to cloud computing. Okay, overview of Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Azure services, Azure subscription management groups, Azure Resource Manager, Azure Portal and PowerShell, Azure Resource Manager policies, Azure policy definition and structure, resource management logs, organizing Azure resources and all. Okay, so these all are the things that we do have. Okay, so before I just jump into the cloud, right? So just want to understand. So how much understanding you have pertaining to cloud? So what do you mean by cloud, Harish?
Uh, Generally, cloud in the sense the same what we generally used to have in our offices. We used to store the data and in servers, and we used to link the computers with the network cables and all. There is a, like, we have to open, if we want to open the data also, we need to come to that computer or desktop, or we need to give the permission. It is to be old method. Now cloud is something like the data will be on the cloud, so whenever wherever we want to access it, or we want to give the permission, so without uh,
Mm-hmm.
the capital investment, so we can it's an easy process to just check our data, use our data, work on our data wherever and whatever uh, um, resources we have. So
Mm-hmm.
so cloud will be useful in that way, with more security and less capital investment.
Okay. Okay. Do you understand what does mean by this? Consider this as a router. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So please consider this as an, this square box as an rectangle box as in your office premises. Okay. So in your office premises, consider these as an server. Okay. This is an network, right? And you have something called storage, right? Right. Storage network. You have something called database, DB, right? And you have something called, let's say, you have something called, these are connected with each other, right? Okay, this is your office premises.
Okay.
So in your office premises you have a racks, you have network devices, right? You have the storage devices, you do have the database, you do have the server, right? Either it could be Windows server, the Linux server, right? So
Yes.
all these things would be there, and also the router, right? From where you will be getting internet from ISP, and from there you are just uh, you know using that for your organization. Okay, so we can call this as a private cloud, right? This
Yeah.
would be this should be there in your server room. That's nothing but it's a private cloud. Okay, if I'll just talk about in simple words, it's a private cloud, right? Because you are managing your complete infrastructure, you are maintaining the cooling, and you are ensuring that you do have the 24 by 7 power supply and everything, right? Space, everything you are managing. This is not the only thing. So let's say this is for Hyderabad location. Okay, so you need to have the data redundancy as well, right? So what you
Correct.
can do that, let's say you do have other branch in Bangalore, so you can have the same setup in Bangalore, right?
Yes.
Right, same setup at. Bangalore as well. So in Bangalore also you do have some just like this private data center. We can call it as a private data center. Okay, private data center. Okay, so this is our traditional or typical infrastructure that we do see in our office premises. Okay, people call it as on-premise infrastructure, on premises. Okay, or if we need to understand, we can call this as a private data center because we are the one who are managing and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's say if you're if you're getting project every day, okay, not every day, I would say that on timely basis. Okay, and then you need to deliver the project. So once the first project is done, you got another project like that. Okay, and for that you are just managing this infrastructure, that's fine. Okay, but here you need a manpower, right?
Hmm.
You need a manpower, you need what do you call, just a moment. Here you need a manpower, you need um this infrastructure, cooling generator for
Right.
24 by 7 power supply, right? Space. So
Security.
everything including this, it's something related to the. Okay, so this is something related to the what do you call, uh, it incurs cost. Okay,
Hmm.
so that is the reason people are moving to the cloud. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a one part. And let's say I got a project. Okay, and I need to deliver that project, you know I got a project and that's valid for the 6 months. Okay, in 6 months, just a moment, I'm getting call from this
No problem.
organization.
Take it. Yeah, yeah. You
Just a moment. I think
yes.
there is some server is down.